In reality, most people are complex. Most societies are complex. The challenge for us is whether or not we individually can be a force for good.
You know, guys, I want you to listen to this guy. Very brilliant. You see, I'm going to use Sierra Leone as a case study with this particular conversation, right? Because it is a matter of choice. When you look at the kind of leaders that you select or you elect, it tells a lot about the state of affairs in the nation. So the question is, Sierra Leoneans, are you ready to make your country great? I want you to listen to this guy. Very brilliant. Because these are points that people like myself, Comrade Koita, my brother Catchbox, and a lot of other brilliant social media activists, people like the Lioness of the North, all these people, I don't want to start calling names, right? But these are some of the points that they've been making for years. The leaders that we have is a very clear reflection of the kind of people that we are. So Salon people, I want you guys to think about this. Listen to this guy's statement now. Very poignant and very powerful. Listen to it.
A true force for greatness. When I was prepping for this, Pastor Pojo, I did something interesting. I'm an analytical mind. I work in the world of finance. So in my world, if you want to prove something, you put it in a spreadsheet. And if it's in a spreadsheet, you can put it on a graph. And if it's on a graph, it must be true. Nobody debates a graph. So in preparation for this, I arced my mind back and I looked at 10 of Africa's largest economies between the years 1956 and 1968. And I looked at what it was that made up those economies. I looked in that particular period because that was the transitory period in our continent. What I wanted to seek and find was to answer a simple question. What does it take for Africans to be great? It's a simple question. Now, because of the nature of my work, I went and looked for the actual thing that I could prove here, the scientific thing that I could go statistically, if you do these things, on a balance of probabilities, you will achieve whatever greatness is defined as for you. And here is what I found. I found that in every instance where there was a particular set of factors that made a population group or a citizenry or a nation achieve its goals, if you took those very same factors and plugged them into a different citizenry, the numbers would not tally. That is to say the following, that beyond strategy, beyond information, beyond policy, formations and conversations, all of which, by the way, are fundamental, there is a single truism that holds, an ingredient without which the coffee doesn't taste good, and the ingredient is this: choice. Do the people of those countries choose to be great? You know this is true, by the way, because there are a lot of choices we make as people that filter into just how we think about ourselves. When you say or hear people say things like, this is just how we do things in Nigeria, that kind of statement is often diminutive. It reduces us to the basic bare minimum and says, accept this because this is the standard. In other words, even though we could choose better, we choose what we just get. That greatness is truly a choice.